Hello and welcome back. I am Frexistential, and we are playing Disco Elysium. On the last episode, we encountered the lynch mob, who were very like, "Hey, yeah, no, we did it. We're the murderers." But that apparently did not just win the game. There's still much to do. And we also shook down the racist lorry driver, who has told us where to find the ladies, lorry drivers, lorry. There's a lot of L's in that sentence, where we might be able to find out if she was smuggling drugs to find some more information for Joyce so she can tell us some more information regarding the lynching. There's a whole web of the whole intricate spider web of that we're weaving here. Stop between the trucks down there. Smokes. Go get him. Where? Huh? Huh? Oh, ooh. Gained. Smokes. So we're looking for yeah, follow Frank on Twitter. I follow Frank on Twitter. This is the green lorry that he was talking about.
This screen found A to Z. Contemporary is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
I don't think he was lying. He was pretty screwed. How are we gonna get this open, Kim? Let's just try the door handle.
The door is locked.
Well,
the handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
Hoping it would just be left unlocked. That'd be way too convenient. Try to peek inside the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust.
Tinted
you can
windows.
barely make out the
Police
shape of the
officer's
seat
worst nightmare.
and 2 steering levers. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm, dusty too.
Alright. Kim, how are we gonna get this open?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really? I mean, Kim, that's that's brasher than you usually are.
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Tool not equipped. Alright, let me leave. Kim's like, yeah, Kim is like so fucking over it. Welcome to Revachol. Hey, thanks CDR. How you doing today? Welcome to the channel.
This screen found A to Z. Contemporary is
I mean,
parked
even
in the
still,
shadow
it's
of
not
the
a very
ruins
great
looming
chance for us
overhead.
to
It's
succeed,
seen
but
better
we'll
days.
try it.
Pry bar in hand, you take a hard swing at the window.
Thunk.
A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass. Goddamn maggot. Drag your ass to the gym and do some reps right now.
Alright, calm down, coach. Really? Hit it again?
Another futile thunk sounds in the brisk coastal air.
How am I finding this mind-twisting game? Oh, I like it a lot. It's definitely presented to me some very unexpected twists and turns along the way so far.
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Kind of takes the pry bar from you and gestures you to take a step back. Now, without short warning, is he gonna fire his gun into the window?
He smashes it into the window.
Oh no!
Droplets of
Kim's
glass fly
fucking
everywhere,
jacked.
shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
I loosened it up for you, Kim.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
CDR, have you played this game a few times? All right, let's pull out the
A
toolbox.
metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Searching without a warrant. Absolute madman. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I mean, what the fictional cops do isn't necessarily what real cops should do. Unfold the newspaper.
It's an issue of Peripherique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
I'm not a fan of math.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
His thoughts trail off. Pushing the pull-out
The
toolbox.
pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes.
Well, let's examine the radio if there's such a radio enthusiast. More times I care to count. Game is 1 or 2 games of all time. Yeah, I mean, this... People who have played this game, I understand why, like, are really into it. But I don't think enough people have really, like, played it. I think it's gonna have, like, a little slow burn. As more people kind of get into it and play it, like, it's just gonna be, you know, more and more, you know, heralded as an amazing game. I will examine the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed. Likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Is there anything we could do with this radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
Why would anyone need so many radio
For
stations?
contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example.
Huh.
This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range too.
What else is
The
here?
smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under
How
the
did I
seat.
pay for the room? Well, I took a bribe from Joyce and didn't realize that she'd given me the exact amount to pay for the rent. So I bought booze with some of that money, and got a little stuck. And then Kim had to sell. Kim gave me pawned his the hubcaps that he'd confiscated, and he gave me the remaining balance to be able to pay for the room. And I've been using the excess that I've had to like pay the $20 for tonight. Since it's Tuesday, it's the second day. Smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat. We'll admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century.
What? Yeah, no, Kim sold, he had these hubcaps that he had confiscated that he was like, well, we'll sell those. And they sold for 200 real, but he only gave me the 130. It's worth your time. Try not to spoil yourself on at least one path. Yeah, no, I've been pretty good about avoiding any sort of spoilers and just kind of like, I know I felt so bad like when Kim sold them because you could tell he wanted them, and I'm like, Kim, I feel so bad. I've been making you sell them. I didn't want him to. I mean, I'm a hobo cop. I'm like, I would have slept outside.
One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
We'll study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know?
Uh-oh.
But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Enough of the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard, and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
All right, we'll check the
You
pedals.
wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Why would anyone glue a piece of sandpaper to the gas pedal?
Sandpaper? A novel technique. Must be to offer some extra grip to the driver's foot.
Oh, it also rub off the pattern from a driver's right boot sole.
Yes.
He likes where this is
Do
going.
the honors, he thinks. Connect it to yourself.
One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother
Which
than
means
the
that the
others.
missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
His eyes light up behind his prescription lenses, and we know that one person from the Hardy Boys. There was 8 people there. There's only 7 people in the bar, and the one missing person is a woman, and likely it's this person. Wait, the missing 8th Hardy. Was she also one running with the drug trade? What a handful. Well, let's go all for
Looks
all
like
these.
her, yes.
She's also one running the drug trade.
Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Those jerks, definitely. I think the entire union is involved. Maybe even all of Martinez. Look around suspiciously. Not necessarily. The lady driver could have kept the drug trade a secret. This would fit what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions.
Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the
I
matter.
don't want to talk to that
Are we
dude
finished with
again.
the lorry?
He writes something down into his little notebook. Are we finished with the lorry? Yeah.
The movie stars are still smiling. He closed the rusty oak.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Yeah. Yeah, Cam, what's up?
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Yeah, not smart, Kim. Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation.
I
I'm
agree.
especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
I agree.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station. A worrying prospect.
And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
What do you know about the lore of the world? Not a whole lot. I did talk to Joyce a bunch about like the nature of reality, and we did talk about the Pale, a bit. I mean, when I first started playing the game, I thought this was just a world very similar to like our world, but just took like a different like technological like direction with like the radio frequencies opposed to like computers. But the whole thing about the Pale, like I don't know what to think about this world.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
Yeah, what about the movie posters? How do they factor in? I don't think they factor into this at all. So it turns out this is connected to the Union. Will the RCM open an investigation? Probably not, but...
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
I mean, I guess we'll still ask them at the movie
As
posters.
elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Okay, I
Don't
didn't
be
think so either.
fooled. Desire always plays a role.
A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin. I mean, it's fine. Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile.
Yes, well,
Kim does not care.
Unimportant.
Will the RCM open an investigation to this?
we should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Okay.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
You stop to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption.
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Yeah, they'll just mess everything up. Okay, debrief over.
Debrief over. After you.
All right, let's go chat. Let's go chat with Joyce. Maybe she'll give us some info on what she knows. Oh, what's up, Tommy? Yeah. I'm walking around the
Saw
crowbar.
you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
No trouble. She's gonna be fine. There's gonna be investigation. Sorry, man, I can't disclose the facts of the official investigation to you. I like Tommy. How am I gonna, like, not make Tommy mad? No trouble. She's gonna be fine.
Oh man, that's like a load off my mind. All that stress was messing up my rhymes.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyway? Good luck with that. Alright, another question, actually. What's the plan with the rhymes?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
Nice. Why Tommy Laham?
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
Yeah.
It's more him. The man
Question?
taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse. Alright, hunted across planes of existence. Give it a shot.
Wait,
Hey!
there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like,
A mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa.
He leans
What
in,
else?
eyes bright with attention. Is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
Transfixed by the words, where grasping you partake of a shifting identity, never your own.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
did you?
I don't know. I think I'm maybe an actual poet, and I've learned it by heart. I'm just a vessel for the muse. I think the words are mine, yes. I'm just a vessel for the muse.
Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours.
I don't know. I don't really know.
No matter. Great verse is like that sometimes. Ephemeral. You might not look it. Seems you have some literary chops. Maybe there's hope for me yet.
That's a strange compliment.
Just messing with you. It's cool. You're an okay guy. For a cop.
For a
They're
cop.
more often into fists than rhymes, see? Let alone honesty in verse.
I mean, I'm a cool
In a
cop.
small office behind the old military hospital, hunched under the green glow of his desk light, Officer Hans Blau browses through a test print of his Futurist magazine. It's called The Futurist. The typeface on the header is too small.
Any organization gets all kind of folk. I'm sure we try our best. I'm doing what little I can do right by people. No joke, man. Fuck the police.
The lieutenant closes his eyes and lets slip a loud, long sigh.
Sorry, Kim. I'm just saying things to say things.
If you say so, officer.
He gives you a cautious thumbs up. It's really funny.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
Oh god, the mirror. That's all for now. Alright, yeah, let me put the crowbar away. Alright. Time to run back to Joyce. That's for the fuck the police while I'm at work, lol. Well, I mean... Things will happen. Words come out of my mouth. You okay? Joyce!
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
I don't care for Job.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water around you.
I mean, I have a raincoat, I'm just not wearing it. I could use a coat like that, the rain is freezing. No need. Tell me something.
Of course.
Boy, I spoke to the lawyer at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Points. We have discovered enough to conclude for now.
Yes. And will you start an official investigation?
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise. The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
What's Kim gonna say?
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn.
Yes,
I
yes,
wouldn't normally
yes.
break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Iron and strawberries. What was that about? A bloodbath? I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony. I'll say less and just let her do some talking.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing land, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Yeah, that sounds like a big, big nightmare.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
I mean, the guy who got strung up.
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
But you were just relaying.
Every worker...
Oh, right.
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security
Absolutely
detail?
not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
And that worked out great.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oronese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Yeah, so they're monsters.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
Subdue was, yeah.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched. Last
I mean,
Sunday
this
night.
is all stuff that I know.
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the
Another
lynching. Once this investigation
group,
is concluded,
faction.
executions will follow.
Oh, Jesus.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Oh my god.
It will be all of them. The decision is already made.
I have to say, this is not Disco. Maybe the investigations can team up, you know, share resources and intelligence. Boy, oh boy, this is not good. This is not Disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
She grabs hold of the mainsail.
if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the
Oh my
Union to
God.
respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debarder have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant?
Oh no.
It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first. Isn't that a pretty bleak scenario describing? I think the confrontation is inevitable. The second one.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true.
She looks at you.
Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a walking bleak scenario.
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Dang. All right, what can you tell me about the Colonel?
Not much.
Cornell.
Their public
Colonel.
resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
They have an amazing LinkedIn profile.
Down a deep black well.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yeah.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands. Countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
What a pickle.
If you still have access to the ICP's database,
The
you
Insane
could run
Clown
a better
Posse's
background check than I
database.
ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, man?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
And what did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports
Ooh, a
about an
breakthrough.
assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too.
Awesome.
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was the woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You meet her soon enough, you feel.
Okay. This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice. But she had sympathy for this man.
You liked him.
Liked?
You
is a bit
liked
strong.
him.
He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills.
Joyce and the lynch man sitting in a tree. L.Y. Well, he is hanging in a tree, so that's kind of dark. His name was?
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color? The deceased.
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face. Then shakes her.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret in her voice.
That's
You made her
alright,
feel
then.
sad, Kim.
Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own.
Great.
In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury.
Huh.
That's all I know, I
Interesting.
guess. I only met him once.
Where are the two remaining mercs
They've gone to ground, as
now?
it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one,
Switzer-
they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Yeah.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia
I
as
mean,
I
no
do.
one does.
To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
RCM gets authorities from the coalition. Where does theirs come from? We still need to know where they are. We'll confront them directly. Yeah, we still need to know where they are.
You're
We need
likely to
avoid
run
them.
into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Red check. It can't be retried, so we will not try that one. Because we could boost our logic. Okay, we'll still steer clear for the moment.
That's wise. Our goal is to avert catastrophe. Besides, you're likely to encounter them sooner or later.
Yeah, but I want to know where they are so I can avoid them, right? How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Yeah, that's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Yeah, can you tell me about these tattoos? Show her the photo.
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Interrogate not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet. Observe the woman's
Her
expression.
mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points out on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Huh, like blooms in a pattern?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oranese map of the waterways.
Weird.
A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Who could
His
tell me
platoon
more?
members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This
Yeah.
man was their friend and comrade.
What is the use of this
The
map?
sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
This one's going nowhere but the morgue. I've spoken to him. For now, the soul is fastened inside the corpse. This one has flown quite far by now. Nowhere, there is no soul. Jeez,
I would say he's near the Arcade Islands by now, ready to exit the Insel Indian and into the Pale, if I've read his home address correctly.
She smiles. What travels did the dead man
Quite a
make?
few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think
Pretto
must be the
Grande.
Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this,
She points to his heart.
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde. At the door.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
I mean, very obviously, the blue part is the land, and the brown parts are the water.
In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for
Is
your
there
help.
anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all for now.
The suicide of Kraz Mazov.
Look at those eyes and mouth.
It's clearly a lie. Kraz Mazov didn't shoot himself. Reaction was on the counteroffensive. The State Day Palace in Mirova was surrounded. He was either assassinated or died in the bombing. You might even have evidence to support this, somewhere in your brain.
Clearly, some
Mazov
memory.
was never given a state funeral by the communists. Some people even say the body that was recovered from the ruins wasn't his. There, good. Hero restored to glory. Carry on, comrade.
In my brain, it's been all restored. It's all been worked out. +1 rhetoric. Mazavian ethics. That's what that word is. The cultures in this game are a mirror of in IRL ones. The Originese and the Afrikaneers, and since I am one, I can relate with their struggles. Yeah, there are definitely a lot of like real world analogs for sure. Like I wasn't sure initially if this wasn't like in like the far flung future, and just kind of the names of different places and cultures just kind of get changed over time, or if it's just analogs, but it's definitely allegorical in that nature. Cool. So we got another thing in our thought catalog. I think we got a skill point as well. We did. Let's see. Which ones can we do? Rigorous self-critique. The White Morning. Let's do the White Morning. So we need to have another. Let's unlock this. Confirm. Internalize. I would give you my tinfoil hat theory, but it would spoil aspects of the game. Yeah. I'm sure like once I run through the game, I'm gonna get like deep in all that stuff. Cool. Do I have another one to level up? I think I do. We did the shivers last time. Well, our authority is getting pretty low. I mean, our base is fine, but we have -2 from thoughts. Volition, hold yourself together. Let's do. Let's do. Let's do another into suggestion. Great. Okay. Confront the Hardy Boys about the drug trade. Okay, yeah. Ask another about the tattoo's possible meaning, but who, though? Let's go to the Hardy Boys. It's so funny that they're named the Hardy Boys. Oh, what's back in here? I don't think we've looked in here before. Oh, it's locked, that's why. I don't want to talk to the Hardy Boys again, they're scary. I'm pretty sure I picked up all the litter here. Do you have anything new for me since I've talked to your mom a whole lot?
Hello again, sir.
Who's that? Points to Windbraz in the
Oh,
books.
that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
She's your aunt? Yeah, she was very weird.
No, sir. She's a working woman who comes to look at the books a lot.
Oh, why is she
I
distressed?
think she is a bad husband. Not very
Oh.
nice or helpful.
And I immediately went in on her regarding her husband. Okay. Bye-bye. Nobody works harder. Ooh, what is this?
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
No, I can't just paint it on him. Case solved. No, discard thought. We can't. Like, no. Okay, will you talk? I'm doing a save. I don't want to talk to you, just you murder me out of nowhere.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Waka waka waka. Yeah, no, I can't do that. Can we phrase it differently? Guess what, asshole? I've connected you with the local drug trade. I want to talk about the hanging again. I guess we'll start with this one.
Like hell you have. There
Leans
is
back.
no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle.
As a rifle?
Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 kilos.
Come on, calm down.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock?
91st birthday? Congratulations.
The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
Sure.
No, the thunder is his. Leave it to the lieutenant.
No, you do the honor. You've earned it. Go for it, Kim. Forget it. I knew they'd never own up to it. Back off. You do the honor.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
He grabs Kim by the throat and murders him.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess
You're right.
that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
Allegedly.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Hardy men, not hardy men. Hardy, not Hardie. See, it won't hold up in court at all. This is disgusting. You're admitting to profiting off of poisoning your own people. Good idea. People are always going to do drugs. At least this way you have some control over it. Keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there. I know for a fact, because I do them. The character in the game.
No, there aren't. Some little shit and his dad are doing speed. Who fucking who? Stuff's probably from Jamrock.
Whatever you've seen is peanuts. Look at the big picture, man. The place is a paradise. And
This
all
place is
thanks
a
to
paradise?
Hardy bought.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
First of all, how dare you? Second of all, go fuck yourself.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy boys here.
The 8th Hardy, the one who's missing. She runs things, right?
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
Finally, you got something out of him. This could prove useful in the future.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
The woman sighs.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat, he left 2 sets of footprints.
Alright, Shanky. No one asked you.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
I'm gonna take off for now. Can't wait to change out of these rags. Alright, what do we get? Another skill point? We're just getting skill points left and right, aren't we? We just put a thing into suggestion. Let's do... I mean, electrochemistry... Sure. Yeah. Though, I mean, I love putting stuff in the psyche, just since that was like our main bread and butter. Let's do inlaid empire. I like having this one like 2 points above our normal stuff. Like, we get a lot of interesting choices when we have this leveled up. Okay. Now what do we do? Smoke on the balcony. We still have a ways to go until this one, right? 2100? What time is it now? I mean, it's like 4 hours away. I have no idea where this is. I mean, maybe the pawn shop? I want to find Speed. That'd be great. Find Moral, the cryptozoologist. Well, he's on the other side of the waterlock, and that's, I think, tomorrow that opens up. Go to the harbor gates and ask the Jolly Mask about the armor. Okay, we can do that. Still can't believe the gardener was a lord the whole time. Who is this though? The Jolly Mask. I have no idea who that is. Do you have anything new for me, dude? Large man.
Right to work. Right to work.
No.
Shame on you.
What about you, Call Me Manana? Anything new for me?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Ooh. Hey, you're the man in the boots at the gates. Kuna said you knew about the armor. I'm looking for assistance with the dead body situation. Oh yeah, I need that too. Yeah, do you know what the armor?
The little boy had a good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words.
Oh yeah, Kuno's a little shit.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Uh-huh. He looks like a stylized Mario. Like from the Mario Brothers movie. Like a combination of both Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike.
Sure.
Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cups in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Yeah, it's Kuno.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno used us to, what, scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
Takes a swig from his flask.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
So the probe in the armor, what did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What kind of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
Explains with a wry smile.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
This guy hates work. He hates work. He needs a hero for it. Hold up, 4 pieces: helmet, cuirass, gauntlet, boots. What about the leggings? I'm gonna find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough. I'm ambitious. I'm gonna find all the pieces. Actually, I have better things to do.
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
He gives a jolly shrug. I'm gonna find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough. Yeah, I think 1 is enough.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna find the whole thing. Come on now.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armor too. The one the bullet hits.
Yeah.
Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'll have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Yeah, I'm looking for a sense of the dead body situation. Like, we have to get this thing down.
Body still hanging in the tree?
Yeah, sure
Hey,
is.
that's a rough pickle.
It's a
Can't help
pickle,
you with that,
alright.
shorty. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance.
So you let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
He takes a swig and points up the stairs to the flask. I don't...
Beneath the jolliness, he suddenly seems doubtful.
I don't want to talk to Measurehead again. That's simple, I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Yeah, Measurehead, I think I met
Yeah,
him.
the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist up there. Walk right past him.
Right.
Then press the button to unlock the door, then go
Aha.
past him again, and
Okay.
you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't
Yeah.
worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview.
I think I've talked to you about this
Or-
already.
Maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Alright, got it.
Sure.
Another thing. Alright, leave. Okay. Save. Alright, what else do we have going on? Where's the armor? You really just want 1 piece of armor. It's enough. Find and locate 1 piece and it's done. Get boots off victim's feet. In order to succeed, the body has to be taken down, autopsy has to be finished, and Kim has to be absent. He wouldn't approve. This would be devilishly tricky, so don't beat yourself up if you manage to send the body to the processing without getting a hold of the boots. Okay. I guess that's an option. You just need 1 piece of armor. You can either do the boots, which Kim would not be into, or another piece elsewhere. The helmet's in the ocean. Kuno told me that at first, but I didn't believe him. I didn't. I don't know if my game guy did. But Asta, Call Me Tomorrow does. So, I mean, I think I do too. Alright. What time is it? Alright. I think we're actually going to call it here for today. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, appreciate a like and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to leave a comment as well. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll be back tomorrow with some more content. And if you're watching on Twitch, we will see you either Monday or Tuesday night.